This is my first time streaming ever, so this is pretty exciting for me. I'm giving people a moment to join me here. Hello, hello. Ah! I see the chat going. You can hear me. Nice. Okay, we have people here. I will hopefully be able to edit this down and show everyone who didn't make this office hour. Uh, but for now, this is special for you who came tonight. I know, right? It's my face. It's crazy. I'm watching both the YouTube chat and the RPR chat, so hopefully I won't miss too much. But as some of you know, this year, one of my goals has been working on a map project for the RPR, where essentially you can make an avatar for each and every one of your characters, and you'll be able to create a map, an environment of some kind, whether that's a spaceship or a magical enchanted forest, and you'll be able to attach that map to either an inbox conversation or a forum topic. Obviously, this is optional. If you want to keep doing text based permanently, that's fine. But if you happen to be someone who likes to see a representation of the environment that your characters are in, and you want to see the positioning of your different characters, when you open up the live chat, your map will be there along with your avatar and the avatar of everyone who's role playing with you. I know, right? It's very exciting. It's very exciting. So there's a lot of components to this. It's been coming along a little bit slower than I had been hoping for, just because it is an overwhelmingly huge project. Sometimes I find myself procrastinating by building other things because it's easier for me to figure out how to build the other things. Uh, yes, you will be able to create the world of your dreams. But as I've been going, I'm slowly picking up momentum as I start to solve some of the major technical problems and make decisions about how things will work. There's several aspects to this. There's the map builder. There is the actual sort of game environment that connects the chat to your map and makes everything work live. And there is also sort of a item designer, which is a separate project because obviously, no matter how many objects and tiles I create for you, uh, yeah, sorry, I'm getting distracted. I am wearing an RPR shirt. I'm getting distracted by the chat. I am a new streamer. I am still learning how to balance between talking and reading the chat at the same time. Um, okay, so the item thing, you'll be able to make your own items because obviously, no matter how many objects I create for you, there's always going to be more that you can imagine. So the idea is you'll be able to create your own items and tiles and refrigerators, whatever it is that you need, and either use them exclusively on your own maps, share them with everyone so everyone can put them on their maps, or share them specifically with people that you want. I'm really hoping that we'll have some kind of marketplace with like microtransactions so that you can directly sell your pixel creations to other people, and maybe they'll throw you 99 cents or a few dollars to use that on one or more of their maps. And I hope that really incentivizes artists to create lots and lots of great stuff. Yes, the plot relevant fridge that you can store your character's insulin in. Whatever you need to do with that fridge. Severed heads? I don't know. It's your fridge. Exciting. So I want to do a little tiny demo of, this is just the map builder. I set a goal for myself to have be able to place floor tiles and objects in it. Obviously, we're also going to need walls, and I have something called the special effects layer. Walls and special effects aren't quite ready to demo for you yet, but the objects and tiles I can demo for you. I've only got a few outdoor items. There's nothing indoor yet, but there's it gives you the ability to make kind of an outdoor scene right now, just as a sort of proof of concept. So hopefully you can all see this. My loading bar here, I'm gonna click to continue, and we're in kind of map building prototype. This is Professor Minotaur, all of our favorite friend. He says, "Hi, it's me, Professor Minotaur." That can't be his voice. What does his voice sound like? I don't know.
Hello, it's me, Professor Minotaur. Welcome to the RPR Map Designer Prototype.
That can't be his voice either, but it's the one I'm going to use right now. Oh, everything's really chugging for me because I'm streaming and I haven't figured out the settings yet to make it stream nicely. Here, let me minimize some things and see if my computer stops freaking out.
So before we start placing objects or designing buildings, let's quickly create a natural-looking setting for you to build in.
So I've minimized the YouTube chat. I'm sorry, guys. I'll bring it back up in a minute, but it was just making stuff chug. Oh, it's still chugging. That didn't help. I'll do better next time.
Place brown tiles for areas of dirt, blue tiles for water, and green tiles for grass.
And it's indicating a little palette up here.
Don't overthink it. You can always perfect it later. When you're ready to move on, click the Generate Terrain button.
Okay, so let's think. I am going to draw maybe a little beachfront. My computer is chugging. That's what's chugging. It's lagging really badly because it is displaying many things. Normally this is very responsive, but apparently I've messed it up today. So that's maybe my beachfront, and I'm gonna put a road coming up to it. Yeah. A little road. Let's see, come on. Oh, this is so sad. I wish it was demoing nicer for you. But my computer is like, what? We've never streamed before. What are you doing, Kim? How about maybe down here? I'll put, I don't know, just a little area of dirt. A little area of dirt. Yeah, and now we need some water on our beachfront. So I'm just gonna open the palette here and grab my blue for water. I'll dump that in there. Maybe touch this up. Yes, indeed. This has been a lot of time and coding to get to this level. Okay, so now I've kind of roughed out some general areas that I want. Let me touch up that. Put this beachfront here. Yeah. I'm going to hit Generate Terrain. One of the things that I always struggled with in other kind of map builders like this was when they're tile-based, just choosing all of the little tiles to know what goes in you know, all these tiles on the edges here that form this beachfront, just choosing all of them individually and placing them, it took so long, it really bothered me. But I wanted it to allow you to get to role-playing in an environment really, really fast. So if you know, okay, we're going to a lake today, here's the lakefront, here's the beachfront, here's, you know, here's where we're going to have our picnic, and it will just Shazam make that lakefront for you. It even drops in some starting trees and things. So Professor Minotaur here is going, oh, there we are.
We have entered the next stage of editing. You can now place tiles with exact specificity. Something you might want to try is the new season option in the menu,
which isn't there until you generate your terrain. So now we're in a much different sort of editing mode. You will notice that when I place tiles, I'm not placing big chunks at a time. It's only in the one location. I can control-click to pick things up and move it around. So you can see it's smoothed out this beachfront for me. That's very exciting. It's still not perfect. You can kind of see like it's screwed up here. I'll be working on fixing that more, but now as I am in my more specific editor, I can fix this myself if I want. I could just go in and maybe, and let's see. Oops, I didn't click. It's latency. I'm not used to this. It's usually very snappy. That one looks right. Right there. And let me take this one. Boop. Okay, I fixed my waterfront. It looks nicer now. Yeah, so it lets you design with as much specificity as you want here. I can also go over to my objects panel and pick out, I've got tons of little flowers. Obviously, like I said, this is just sort of a proof of concept. I've only got sort of outdoor basics right now, but eventually we will have, you know, your medieval stuff, your modern stuff, your sci-fi stuff. And here, let me just throw some flowers around. Whee! Boop. And boop. I right now it kind of randomly places flowers and shrubs and things when you do generate terrain. Obviously you can clean it up and take things out. But I'd like it to be a little bit smarter, a little bit more aesthetic about the way that it chooses things. Oh, I'm being told that I need to add more flowers, so I will do that. Yes, you can make your characters' homes with this and people can visit. You can make... I would sort of, not first stage, but next stage, I would like to have a scripting panel that gives you kind of building blocks. They'll look very much like Legos that will say, when someone steps on, I don't know, this particular type of flower, then, you know, move them to this location or trigger this set of special effects or whatever it is you want to do. Let's add some shimmer on our water. Beep bop. And obviously this grid is just here to help me place things. I can turn it off. It looks very nice. We can look around. I've got down here my little dirt area. This is very fun. Another kind of convenience feature I threw in was I've added a way to kind of meta tags all of the items and things and the tiles. So it kind of knows, well, this is dirt and this is grass, and it also, this is fun, knows what season they're in. So I have this way. Let's see if my browser will cope with doing this while streaming. So it defaults to spring. The default is spring, but I'm going to hit autumn, and it has moved everything into the autumn season, which... I don't know about you, but I think that's really exciting and cool. You can see it's changed the colors of all the different trees. It's kind of randomized. Some of them are yellow. We've got orange. We've got red. I can go to summer, which is kind of a richer green kind of look to things, as opposed to spring, where things are a little paler. Certain things are pinker. I even have winter, where most things die back. You can see most of my flowers are gone now. Details are buried in snow. I'm going to zoom in. So you can zoom in pretty far to get a sense of what you're working on there. Yeah, you can see things are covered in snow. And, you know, I can always go back and say, oh, bring back spring. Boop. Yeah, my flowers regrew. Very nice. So this is kind of what I've been working on. Next steps, I do want to take this, just sort of this prototype, not the bit with the item builder quite yet. I can't even tell you how big a project the item builder has been. It has been huge. But at least this map builder part with the very basic outdoor tile set, I do want to... I mean, pie in the sky, I'd like to have this prototype out for people to play with by the end of the year, but I think realistically it's probably going to be the first few months of next year kind of thing. I'm getting a question, is this going to replace the current style of role-playing? No, that's not really my intention. It's sort of a bolt-on. If you want to open your chat in private messages, in your inbox, in a group, in a forum, it will still operate exactly as before. But if you would like, you will be able to kind of build a map and then attach it to either an inbox conversation or a topic, so that when people open that chat, it won't just be chat at the top of the screen, sort of the top half, the top 2/3 will be your map, so you can see other people moving around the map and see who's talking to you, essentially, in the form of avatars. This is going to feel really familiar to people who have played, I don't know, it's somewhat reminiscent of like Second Life or for Cadia, all those kinds of things, but we're trying to do an RPR take on this. It is going to be very useful for people who use the RPR to do D&D because you know that you need miniatures and that sort of thing. So, yeah, that is my demo right now. I'm going to stop streaming and come back to you in the RPR chat. So that we can talk about this or whatever you want, or pets, or you can tell me what your other suggestions are. But thank you for coming to my first ever stream and enjoying my demo. Thanks so much, everyone. See you in the RPR chat.